Hey everybody, Jay Marino here. Welcome back. Is Living Nerubian campaign, a custom campaign for Warcraft 3, created by Wa666er. And we're on to mission 2. Let's go again. To reiterate, this is for 1.32. I did see some people chatting in the campaign thread when I checked after recording the first episode, though, that some folks had played it in 1.31 and it seemed to go okay. A small scouting party led by the Treasurer received orders to reinforce the Upper Kingdom. Upon their travel, they stumble upon a gathering undead Nerubian force. The Living Nerubian Treasurer, huh? Okay. Let's stick with normal. Oh, it's the Cookie Monster. It's the Living Nerubian Cookie Monster. Ill news has reached my ears. My lord, our fallen brethren have set up a blockade in the area. I fear they shall block our passage to the Upper Kingdoms. They must not stand in our way. Lay them to rest. It is the least our brethren deserve. Find a suitable position and set up a camp. Okay. Cruel Crab. Interloper's Bane launches a webbing at a target enemy, dealing 50 damage and causing 50% movement speed slow, after causing the treasurer to become invisible. Hang on. Well, you know what? We can read that in the log later. Last 15 seconds. So it's kind of like Windwalk, except it does damage when you cast it, and you get the bonus damage when you break it as well. That's nice, because Windwalk never really did it for me. I mean, it's like a big PvP type spell, but never really that useful in PvE except to escape. Covers an area with webs that reduces the movement speed of enemy ground units standing in it by 33%. Why do we need to really reduce their movement speed? I guess if we're running from them. Enemies in the area of that attack have a 10% chance to be immobilized with a web for 12 seconds. Okay, if that counts as a stun and not just complete immobilization, then that's really good. He gets a passive movement speed and damage reduction buff here. That's not an aura, right? That's just him. Take reduced damage from enemies afflicted with Treasurer's other abilities. Okay, so there's some synergies here. Gotcha. The Treasurer forces webs from the underground around itself to burst out and grasp enemy ground units, disarming and dealing 20 damage per second. Cool, that sounds really good.
You call to me.
So these queens seem new. Regenerates target HP by 350 over 60 seconds. Creates a birthing egg to make new units. We don't have any money. This only costs energy to cast, though. You know what? Let's just wait till we maybe find a base. And then we'll go from there. Find a gold mine and set up a base. Okay, cool. So we're actually going to be able to try out the Nerubian tech tree this time. I love how I called him the Living Nerubian Cookie Monster just because of the color of the bottom half of his face, I guess, and his upper body. But he's just like a half spider with a giant cleaver. It's like a Dark Souls boss. So these queens don't strike me as units that are supposed to be like primary combatants. They seem like macro units. Though, I mean, really like support units, right? Because the heal over time seems really good. Here, have some nectar. Yum.
Don't waste my time.
Disables when attacked by an enemy. Okay. Go ahead, buddy. I guess cast the web. Now, the thing is, like, again, a lot of this is like, oh, it reduces their movement speed. Like, in this case, unless it immobilizes them completely, it's like, it's basically doing nothing. Like, no, maybe if it's slowed attack speed as well, I could see some different benefits to it. Break. And break. We don't really need, I guess we could have just left that on the ground. Sentry wards, huh? That's an interesting get. Manual of Health, I will certainly take. Not missing any of those tomes. More units? Ah, Lord Treasurer, I assume. We were sent by a Vizier to aid you in your journey. Up ahead is a clearing defended by some loathsome trolls. The Vizier sent you. She must be in more trouble than I had assumed. Let us clear this area and set up camp. Oh, those are our workers. Sycophant, long-range siege attacker, deals high area damage and is capable against structures, requires chambers.
What trickery is this?
Okay, let's just go for the base first, and then maybe, you know, we'll creep and do all that later. I just want to actually start getting set up and explore what's going on here. Let's do this. Basic worker unit used to harvest lumber, build structures, and repair damaged structures can be trained at main structures. Sycophant area of effect damage no longer damages friendly units. That's really cool. I guess so they're like mortar teams, but they don't do friendly fire. That's actually very, very nice. Tome of Agility. I guess hit him with the Q and then hit him again for the extra damage on the way out. Areas cleared from trolls. Have a drone construct a nesting gold mine upon the gold mine. Also have them construct a nest of spider holes in order to gain additional food and train more drones as queens. The troll has dropped a tiny nest hole of spider lords. Have the treasurer use it to quickly set up your main structure.
Don't waste my time.
Your building is complete.
What a foolish...
Combat units are produced from birthing eggs at 1 unit per egg. Eggs are created through queens. Food is gained from researching stock rooms. A drone must build it. Yeah, okay, so we're on the way there. Let's break these and give ourselves some more space to work with.
You call to me. Your building is complete.
Increases players' maximum food by 15. Build more queens. Queen's Dominion. Living Nerubians do not have access. Hang on. Eliminate all dragons in the area. Lord Treasurer, we have arrived to provide aid. There is ill news of dragons settling in these lands. If we rid of them, the kingdom will send additional support. Anti-air flying attacker, capable against enemy air units and as support. Trains fast and can be easily massed. Requires a Mausoleum. Slippers of Agility.
Tremble before me.
Is this built? How many queens per thing can we do? We're supply blocked, so I guess get some stockpile thingies. Which is our lumber drop-off? Can hold a queen for Queen's Dominion. Hang on, I still have to read about Queen's Dominion. Give me a moment. Oh, okay, so the queens are doing their thing there. I need to wait until we have more supply to build more queens, though, at this point. I guess workers, let's go ahead and start on lumber. Okay, manufactory is our lumber drop-off point, so let's go ahead and build that. So Living Nerubians do not have access to typical defensive towers. However, queens may enter production and access structures which will allow them to attack and produce spawning eggs. To attack and produce spawning eggs. Queens employ a way to deter enemy forces. A queen may enter the structure to enable it to attack nearby enemy units with ranged attacks. When inside, she also passively produces eggs. So let's build another queen. And get another stockpile level. Right-click with a queen to have her enter the selected building. And then that building becomes a turret, and it spawns eggs around said building, if I'm understanding correctly. Okay, manufactory is still being built.
Let my cries chill.
We can get an altar. Let's get a chambers. And it listed as can hold a queen for Queen's Dominion. Cool. Okay, these are all of our basic upgrades, and I got plenty of resources for that. So if we load her in there, now this building can shoot. And it's going to produce eggs. And now we've got these flyers. Dispels buffs. Wow, okay, that's good. We're also pinged about dragons. I think the dragons that were... Okay, I think I understand what's going on here. This is going to be difficult, though, because, again, the queens cost supply, which is going to kick us, I think, up into pretty high upkeep pretty early.
What trickery is this?
So, like, I can see how this could be pretty difficult. Now, here's a question. Like, can I... We use Queen's Nectar. Okay, and then she just goes right back to harvesting, thankfully. So we can easily heal by doing this. I can also spawn eggs straight from these ladies, right, that are harvesting gold. Like this and like this.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
So it seems like there are two enemies on this map, by the way. These things can't attack ground, I guess. They're only anti-air, which is why we're going to need them for the dragons. Okay. Again, I'm still sort of experimenting here. You know what? Let's eject here, and let's load her into this one. So this is the one that that can, like, function as a tower. Research Rush. We need the Nest Hold of Queens. Let's do that. And... oh no, they didn't restart harvesting gold there. So this is interesting. You have to build the queens, which cost supply in and of themselves, and they're like 200 gold-ish. Then you have to lay the egg, which costs energy. That's fine. But then you still have to build the unit from the egg. It's quite a lengthy process. It feels like this faction is not that effective in terms of, like, from a macro perspective. Like, they're really at a disadvantage in that way.
What is your feeble request?
I'm inclined to maybe find one of the bases that are attacking us so that we can, we could take them out and reduce the enemy attack significantly. I think would be the right choice.
Our warriors
Let's get an altar. And this hero is a little bit of a letdown. I would also expect this to do more damage than 20 to 23. Like, that's okay, but it's really not great. Heal. Heal. Get back to harvesting. Can I put more queens on? No, okay, so it's 3 per. They're doing 12 per return. That's acceptable. Sycophant and then flyers. We need a mausoleum, which requires this to be done. Let's keep getting that stockpile rank. I kind of want to take some units to go and creep, but I need more to defend. I can use these things to scout. Like, why don't we just have them fly along the bottom of the map and we can hit this group of dragons? Do I have enough of these to kill this group of dragons? I think we should wait. Maybe we want to get a full group of 12 and then just fly around. Treasure, it must survive till an altar is built. No problem. We're all good. I don't really care about rush, but I would like sticking webs. A lot of this faction's debuffs have to do with putting units in webs, and what I'm not sure about... oh, there's a select all eggs button. But it doesn't seem like it actually works. Okay, that's fine. Let's get 2 more web spinners. I do not want to go into low upkeep, so I'm going to stay out of low upkeep for as long as possible. With the egg mechanic does make this feel like it's pretty slow. I think what I could do... it just depends on how fast you want to build units. You have to wait for the eggs to spawn, and then you still have to wait for the units to be built out of the eggs. So again, it feels like we're being particularly punished in a few different ways here. When we get his next level, I think we just go with level 2 Viscid Ground for the increased web chance, I guess. Just anything that could potentially give an AoE debuff would be for the best. Okay, you load in here. So we have 2 buildings producing eggs. We can also spawn eggs from our gold ladies.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Oh, okay.
What trickery is this?
I did not expect them to attack from that direction. Strikers. I'm surprised that they just don't have outright Crypt Fiends. These sycophants seem really good because they do AoE to the enemy, but they don't damage us. I gotta say, that does seem really, really nice. Okay, I'm gonna take this group. You guys stay here and defend us, and I'm gonna take this group and just start looking around and doing stuff. What I can also do is, you know, toss some heals down before we leave. Especially because we don't have defensive structures. That's very interesting, right? Because it means that the only way to make defensive structures is to spend supply. And yeah, that allows you to get eggs as well, but... I don't know, that's very interesting. We just have to be very, very delicate with how much supply we spend to really do anything. Let's go ahead and start creeping a little bit. And once I feel a little more comfortable with the amount of money we stockpiled in no upkeep, what I will probably then go ahead and do is spam out maybe 6 more flyers and use those to snipe some dragons. Alternatively, again, we can find an enemy base and destroy that first.
What trickery is this?
Pot of Healing is appropriate. Let's get level 2 in Viscid Ground. I do have these... I mean, I do have these... these sentry wards.
Fail to amuse me.
Let's maybe go along the bottom of the map.
Ploy. What a foolish ploy.
Get this guy maybe another level if possible. Okay, back up here. If they're not going to come with siege weaponry, then I think we're fine. We pull them back into the closer to the nest hold. Cool. Break and break.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Looking for tomes. Scroll of speed. I guess we'll use that to get back home when we're done creeping. Okay. And again, I'm a little hesitant to go into low upkeep here. Sorry, buddy.
Your feeble request. Make your choice.
Let's pick one of these things and go for it. Go ahead and use your pot.
What trickery is this?
Focus fire the High Priest. They're getting a lot of healing.
I go to destroy.
2 level 6 warlords. Hey, I mean, we're going to get some good XP for this. Okay. We go invisible.
You failed.
We pick up the ring. We hit him. We hit him. It was close, but we're fine, and then we'll go home. We'll get healed by our queens. We'll lay some more eggs with the queens so that they're available. So, like, one thing I can do, for example, just so that we have eggs available, is just do that, get them back to mining. So we don't have to put queens inside those buildings to generate eggs. We can just use the ones that have already been built to harvest gold. Is one way to, I guess,
Your feeble request.
do this.
Pitiful.
Okay, is there a way to get down here? I could scout with my flyers, too.
What a foolish ploy.
Yeah, let's come home really quick. We'll get healed. Maybe I'll go ahead and toss my other sentry ward up here-ish. Just get that next level of the stock room. I did lose those other units. I need a mausoleum still. Treasure cells. Creates a shop with, oh, purchasable items. That's, you know, I would like that, actually. Let's grab the mausoleum. I like how it's similar to, like, Protoss pylons. Not Protoss pylons, just Protoss buildings in general. You could just drop the structure, and the worker can get back to work. That's one of the small bonuses here.
What is your feeble?
There's no cooldown on that heal, by the way.
You failed.
Okay. This seems like one where, like, when we're ready, we've got to build, like, our whole army at the same time and then make a push, because otherwise we'd be stuck in a higher upkeep, and that would be no good. Okay, let's get healed one more time.
You brought me back.
I guess bringing queens with you when you attack could also be good. We could ungarrison our buildings and bring them with us, then we have frontline production as well. I'm trying to find the you know, what makes this faction really strong as well. No, I built the same building twice.
What is your feeble request?
Treasure cells mausoleum is what I wanted. And then I also would like treasure cells. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I guess get one more web spinner.
Tremble
And I'm
before
inclined to take these same units.
You called to me.
Here, turn these in, and then let's come on over here and repair this, because this is functioning as like a turret as well. It can absorb a lot as long as the enemy doesn't come at us with
what trickery is this?
siege weaponry.
Yes, master.
Okay, let's keep creeping. Again, it seems like there's a lot to explore on this map. I'm just not quite ready, I feel like, to build like a whole army and go and attack. 85, let's go ahead and grab next stockpile room. Just get up to that 100 whenever we can. All right, we've already cleared that out. Let's get up here to these
Pitiful.
ogres, I guess.
Your choice.
Oh, never mind.
This. Pitiful.
Wait, this is where we can...
Foolish
Your
ploy.
building is complete.
Okay, let's kill this level 3 first.
What is
You
your
too, buddy.
feeble request?
I'm not hugely impressed with this hero's abilities, though. I will say that. Like, it's fine, but it doesn't really feel like there's much impact to this hero. Units mana by just like a greater clarity pot, and then webbing. Wow, that's not very good, is it? Okay.
What
This
trickery
this
is
faction
this?
feels like it just takes a really long time to kind of get off the ground.
You fail to amuse me. You fail to amuse
Okay. Well, we've done a little circle around our base.
What a foolish ploy.
Blue and teal seem like they're coming from these directions over here. Okay, repair. Damage reduction. I guess this works. We get the damage reduction so that when we use Viscid Ground on a large group of units, then they all kind of get debuffed, right? There's that.
What trickery is this?
So blue must be coming from over here. So let's drop a sentry ward over there and then come back. There's teal.
What's done is done. You rang.
I think we're about at the time where we're going to want to build units and go and attack, especially if teal is coming to attack us now. It seems like I can just barely see. That might be trees. I was going to say, if that's blight, maybe that's where we want to go next.
Why have I been so?
Do we want to build more queens? I don't think so, actually.
What is your
Okay, there's really nothing at that treasury that is any good either. Oh, these units have backpack, I see. I mean, maybe more sycophants, actually. I'm going to build more sycophants, and then with the rest of these eggs, just build a ton of web spinners, and we're going to go and attack.
What must
Right,
I
and then in
do?
advance, we can lay more eggs for reinforcements.
I must obey.
So this is the positive, is you can, when you're ready to, you can macro like a monster, like out of control. Now the problem is if blue circumvents us and attacks us from the other direction, but I do have that, I do have that other base, or that sentry ward up, so that's something, right? Oh, yep, we found him. Okay, hang on, let's group right outside here.
Don't waste my
When their defensive force comes and attacks us, use the W.
What is your feeble request?
Okay, let's go. Yeah, everybody go. It might be smart to leave some stuff behind, but... There we go. Now we get him in the front. And if he's getting attacked, then he gets a damage mitigation bonus. Okay, not bad at all. In fact, we pretty much overkilled this, but that's fine. And then the next thing we want to do is build some more flyers, right, to get like a full group of flyers. So we'll get those queued up, rally them over here when you're ready, and we're going to use those to go around and try and kill the dragons. I think I'm fine with normal difficulty, if only because, again, this strikes me as something that would take a really long time. Pyramid of Dregs. Man, these things are... these sycophants seem very, very good. I like how these look like Nerubian towers, too, right? Because it makes sense that that's what they would be. Okay, so you guys get hotkeyed. We're going to have to bring some units home to defend us. Allows the flyer to have incubation, which spawns flyers when killed. It's going to take these things a really long time to get through these structures, so... So you guys just keep cleaning up, and let's go ahead and send some of these units home, especially the ones that we can get healed by our queens. And then you're here, which, you know, he's fine. And he can at least... I wonder, can we, like, draw them to us? Like, move just a little bit further into range of our town hall. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. Alright, come down here and repair and repair.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
We've destroyed Teal's base, so I could take another base here if I want. Again, we're in high upkeep, so, like, our gold income kind of sucks. Let's take this group and just keep going.
Our warriors have engaged.
No, not my worker guy. Build another one. Okay, cool. Let's do this. And do this. I'm leaning towards never wanting to put more than 2 structures full of queens. That seems wasteful. Let's see. I have a sneeze? Excuse me. It's pollen season. Alright, let's get Crook Crab up here. We'll leave these at home. This is my defense force. We don't need that much on defense. I can build one more. And then flyers. Maybe we can, again, fly you along the bottom of the map to go for these dragons. Or we could come bring you over here and go for these dragons. Either way, you're taking up supplies, so let's start, you know, cleaning you out here. My units all have backpack, I just realized. I'm not sure what that could possibly really be for, but it's a pretty big troll encampment here. This armor we have is pretty strong. Lesser replenishment. Don't really need that. You know, don't really need that. Gold coins we also don't really need. Okay. And then there's dragons up there. I'm going to take this group and keep creeping. And then take these 2 and go back home. So we have 2 distinct groups. So, to win, we have to go and destroy Blue Base, right? But for now, my goal is to just walk around the map, see what we can find.
What a foolish ploy.
Pick up stuff that might be worthwhile.
The time is now.
Kill, kill, and kill. We also have the detoxifying phlegm, which I don't think these things even... Yeah, we don't even need that. Incubation. Yeah, the premature flyer thing seems cool. Okay, dragons. And we get gold for killing the dragons. Can we not remove that debuff? It's on autocast. Okay. Then... Yeah, we can also use these things to scout. We probably didn't need to build this many. I can suicide them into the enemy base. This one's low. Was the other one level 10? Okay, they'll figure that out. Let's go up here. We got to be able to try to do multiple things at once. Nice. We got a fountain right in the middle of the map. We could certainly use that. There it is. Can't attack ground, so don't even bother with that. Let's check this part of the map. Murlocs. It looks like there's a way to get to them. So we'll send Creepin' Group down there eventually.
Our warriors have
just keep auto-attacking. Yeah, this stuff's all gonna be fine, especially as long as they're not sending stuff. Oh, gloves of haste.
You fail to amuse.
Just get this scroll of speed out of my inventory, please.
What did
I don't know why these wolves aren't going hostile. Let's see. Next would be up here.
What trickery is this? Pitiful.
And then dragonfly-looking things. So this is connected. I feel like the cleanup here is what's going to take long. Here, here, and here. This one's only level 6, so we should be fine. They also said that we would get more support by apparently killing these dudes. The dragons, for some reason. I don't know why we don't like the dragons.
You fail to
Can we squeeze through here?
What a foolish ploy.
Not quite. Okay.
What a foolish ploy. Pitiful.
Polar bear.
What trickery is this? Don't waste my time.
Okay, good work. Wasp things. We're going to bring you down here, then across, and then up to kill these things.
What
Manual of Health is great. Staff of Teleportation, huh? I think we absolutely hold on to that. Gloves. These top 2 items are the ones we want to keep. Pretty much in this, like, I've just ordered the items in the order that they are most useful, I'd say. And we're, like, right outside Blue's base. We could probably go and win, but it seems like there's just a lot to find still on this map, so I'm going to do that.
foolish ploy. Pitiful.
We'll kill the polar bears. We might run into a blue attack leaving their base, but I think we have more than enough stuff here to deal with it. I think these sycophants are going to be our bread and butter. They're very, very strong. Big fan of these. I think I probably could have been doing more creeping earlier. I was a little too hesitant to go into low upkeep, but this army is fairly strong, and we can regenerate it by bringing it home and using queens, for example. Okay, let's... Attack, 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 attack. We actually might lose several of these. Crown of Kings. How do we get that? Can we get that? I'll think about that. I assume, again, this is the enemy base. I'm gonna, like, kind of skirt around it and see if we could find any other creeps. Dude, get out of here. 1,000 golden lumber. Player will deal 20% more damage for the rest of the mission. Oh my gosh, they weren't kidding. And I think... Oh, those are our premature flyers, I see.
Our sacred grove.
I wonder how we get that. Is there like a hidden ramp? It doesn't look like there's a ramp, and I don't think we can pick that up from like the top of the... From like the top of the cliff, you know?
Waste my time.
Huh.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
Now, in theory, we don't need these flyers anymore. Scroll of healing not needed.
What trickery is this?
Mostly just looking for tomes or anything that we can use to, Anything? I'm looking for enemy flyers. Anything we can use to get to that. So, these flyers don't have backpacks. That would be weird if they did. So the flyers don't have backpacks, but our other units do. Can that be used in some... Can the fact that our normal units have backpack be used in some way? Like, make a battler, they're really small. Maybe we could slip them through these rocks. But that wouldn't let them... That wouldn't let them get there get there either. Nice.
Before me, you fail to...
Let me check this cave. That's suspicious looking, so let's check.
Don't waste my time.
That's nothing.
What is your feeble request?
Okay, let's come down here and kill the ogres that are on this island. Then we gotta backtrack and kill the murlocs. In fact, we could just use my defensive force to go and kill these murlocs. Just, we could at least... If they don't drop anything worthwhile, then we know that, we don't have to walk all the way down there. Granted, it's not that far either way, but, I'm a little stumped on this, Crown of Kings. Like, I'm gonna leave one of these flyers over here just so that I can remember that it's there. The only thing I can think to do is to break all these trees, but I really don't know how that would necessarily help us get it. If only... maybe we can get right on the edge here with our hero and pick it up.
What is your feeble request?
I don't know. I'm gonna mess around with it. We'll see if we can figure it out before we end the mission. There's not like a goblin laboratory or anything where we could hire a zeppelin, as far as I could tell.
What a foolish ploy.
What about these? Binds a target enemy air to the ground, or ground unit in webbing. Webbed air units can be hit as though they were land units. Dust of Appearance.
What trickery is this?
Dust of Appearance does make me a little suspicious. Like there might be something invisible somewhere on this map that could somehow assist us. Because like, why would that even be? You know what? Yeah, kill these things. Free me up some supply. Why would dust even be available if? You know what I mean? I don't need that. Let's grab the talisman.
Have engaged the enemy.
What a foolish ploy.
Unless there was explicitly something invisible for us to find. The thing is, like, where would there possibly be something for us to find on this map? I'm not going to go around and use dust literally everywhere, you know? That would be crazy. Good work. Good work.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated. Our warriors have
Just
engaged
keep
the enemy.
doing that. There's not like a ramp. It's not traversable down there.
Tremble before me.
Boots of Quel'Thalas is great. Let's
Sacred
ditch
grove
the
is being desecrated.
Ogre Strength Gauntlets.
Our warriors have engaged.
And let's ditch the Ring of Regen.
What a foolish ploy. You rang.
Don't speak. I know some of you really like Rings of Regen, okay? It's not a good item. It's not. Alright? I don't know if this is like supposedly a Warcraft 3 item hot take or what. It's not good. Oh, apparently these guys couldn't figure out how to get down here. Oh, I see. We have to break that. Alright, come on back. We can't pick it up with this guy either. From here. Okay, come on down here. We're going to break these trees. This is like, again, now we're sort of into unnecessary sloggy type territory here. We don't really need to be doing this. I'm happy with his items, though. Replenishment potion. That's the edge of the map.
What a foolish ploy.
Again, the only thing I could think of is that...
You fail to amuse me.
The only thing that I could think of is that there's something to do with... There is a hidden... There's an invisible enemy somewhere, and that invisible enemy would somehow give us the ability to get that Crown of Kings. Because otherwise... You know... How is it done? Unless it's just, like, there to bother you. I don't know. Like, is there a reason this is here? It's driving me crazy. Let's make a battler. I think the one we had died. Okay, good work. I'm gonna kill these Murlocs. I mean, I can't imagine the Murlocs are the answer, but... The only thread that I have to tug on is the dust. Because, like, why would there be dust available from this? If... Man, I don't know. And if that is the case, then, like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to find... Because the map is big. Like, how could I possibly know where to use the dust? Anyway, let's just, let's go down and kill the Murlocs. Maybe there's an invisible Murloc. I don't know. Web them. Our hero's a lot beefier now, especially with the parry apt. That's a nice, you know, 15% health increase for sure. He's a good tank with that Viscid Ground plus the lightning shield. That wouldn't help us in any way, would it? Break and break. The Lion Horn of Stormwinds. Okay, let's drop the slippers. We'll take that because that's just Devotion Aura straight up. Well, this was worthwhile coming down to either way, right?
What trickery is this?
Okay, and I did build a battler Oh, he can't get out. Yeah, this is the only thing that's small enough that might be able to get around there, but even so, I mean, this isn't close enough to any of the edges to be able to get over there, as far as I can tell.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
So I'm inclined to just give up and assume that it's not gettable. But if it is, I'm open to hearing maybe ideas from people. But I think I've been at least pretty diligent in the potential ideas of like where to look or what to do to get it. Dispels positive buffs. There's nothing these flyers can do that would allow us to... Yeah.
Don't waste my time.
Okay. You all go just sit outside of Blue's base, because we're just going to go and kill them here soon.
Have engaged the enemy.
Go ahead and just sit outside Blue's base. I'm going to run this guy and just pick up the dust in my base and use it, just in the base, because I'm curious. I mean, that's the best, that's the most I could be expected to do, you know? Let's repair these structures. This faction is strange. It definitely takes some getting used to. I'm taking a while on this first mission to just sort of settle in. Getting our heroes to be beefed up is super important.
What trickery is this? What is your feeble
Like, it's gotta be dust related, right? Let's dust here? No. Okay, that's what I figured.
Pitiful.
Let's dust. Let's dust up here. Or like here. That'll hit most of this. That's my last Hail Mary. Then we'll come up, pick up the boots, and then we'll go and attack. And in fact, we could probably attack while we're waiting. Yo, these guys are still alive. Okay, that's... I was going to say, that's darkness on the map. Oh, these guys are still alive. Here, come on down here just to double check. Okay, he cannot fit. So we checked that. If I right-click that area, I'm kind of curious to see. All right, dust here. Nothing. Okay, again, you can't say I didn't make a solid effort.
You failed to amuse me.
Maybe at the cave. Maybe use it at the cave. But I'm not gonna buy more. Let's just go and get the boots. We'll come up here. You know what? I'll quick save now so that maybe after I finish the recording, I can try a few more things off camera. But I would consider this maybe more, you know, less of a puzzle and more just an Easter egg. I don't know. Maybe you all can understand that distinction. Well, we're gonna go and attack with our all-ranged force. I think they're gonna be fine. We got our boots. And oh, I guess I could have teleported home. That's one thing I gotta remember. We have that, so we gotta use it. Getting flyers on this mission is kind of pointless because the enemy has no air units. Let's get up and hit these. I guess keeping them around for debuffing, though. Right? They're like Quaddle that can't attack ground. Okay, cool. Let's get our hero in there. Man, I'm a little cheesed about it. Again, there has to be a way, but... Man, I don't know. Because it was too far away from any of the edges to pick it up. Okay, well, we'll just keep auto-attacking through there. Yeah, we got some ogres down here. Let's get these. That way we can say that we did kill, like, literally everything. You never know. I don't even know what anything could even drop that would allow me to get back there, unless there was a goblin merchant somewhere on the map. Unless there was a goblin merchant somewhere on the map. That's it. Claws +5. You know, I don't think there's anything I'm willing to give up for claws +5. It's not good enough. Okay, get up here, help out. Let's destroy this tower. Ooh, he lives. Here and here. And this is, like, the only part of the map that we haven't seen, and it's just nothing. It's just trees. Huh. Yeah. I don't know. I'm stumped. I feel like it has to do with the... It almost definitely has to do with the dust. But, like, there's really nothing indicating where I could use the dust, except this is the only thing that's sort of marked. Is maybe right there. And like I said, maybe I'll check off camera after this, but, like, I don't have high hopes. Like I said, I don't think it's a... I wouldn't even qualify it as a puzzle, per se. I would consider it an Easter egg. Especially if it's like, hey, use Dust of Appearance in a random spot on the map, and you might find something that'll help you get it. But again, I don't even know what we could even get that would allow us back there, except a Zeppelin at this point. I'm not sure. Our fallen brethren here are laid to rest. We must not stall here. Lord Vizier requires aid. Wait. It said, treasure has no collision when he's invisible. That doesn't mean doodads, though. It's not like windwalked units can go through trees. I don't know. I'll mess around with it a little bit. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. I don't really have much to say because I'm just really stuck on this flippin' Crown of Kings. But I think... overall, this seems like an interesting faction to play, but they are, like, heavily nerfed compared to any of the base factions, considering their macro mechanics. They're unique, though, so I'm looking forward to playing through the rest of the missions. Alright, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye. I just finished recording, and I was going to go onto the Hive Workshop and leave a comment in the campaign thread to say, I'm starting a showcase of this. I'll see you next week on my channel. And then I was going to be like, okay, but then, like, how do I get the stupid Crown of Kings? I was going to ask him, but I figured it out, I think.
I must obey.
Look at this. Then, hatch the battler, get the hero up on top of the cliff.
What must I do?
Tremble before
Because I was going through every single unit. I'm like, what do we have? What abilities do we have? And I thought, well, okay, the queen with the egg, and you can place the egg past the rocks. And then our units have backpack. So we pick up the Crown of Kings, and then we hand off the Crown of Kings.
Don't waste my time.
Do we hand off the Crown of Kings? There's a place. There's a way. Maybe we can just get it, like, over the rocks, maybe? There's got to be a place that we can drop it.
Tremble before me.
But basically, I think I've figured it out, right? It's just, can we now get it past these rocks? And if so, where is that? There has to be a spot we can just barely put it at the bottom here to pick up. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I've solved it. The key was getting the egg over the rocks, so give me a moment and I'll get this finagled up to my hero somehow. Okay, I did manage to finagle it from this guy to this guy. So here we are. I ditched my Staff of Teleportation, because, like, I guess in the grand scheme, who cares? And, here. Crown of Kings. There you go. Kukrab's, he's decked out now. I was thinking, I mean, I was like, this might be insane. I went and spawned an egg over here, and I got this guy back here, but I can't get him through that little thing, and then I spawn a guy down here by getting a queen up here, and see if I have to do, like, some crazy handoff, but no, there was one spot here I could hand off between two units, so, whew, okay, there we go. We got the Crown of Kings. All right, I'll see everyone next time. Bye-bye.